Is launching a no-code app the right scalable business model for you? We're going to dive deep into this today because I see a couple of different groups of people coming to the no-code space to look for more scale, really, and you might fall into one of these. One of them is employees, okay? People who have usually a longer standing career within an industry or a company. They have a decent level of knowledge about that industry, about the problems, the different processes, the needs. And a lot of these people, they're employees in these companies and they have all this knowledge, but they kind of feel stuck because, again, they are reliant on their employer in order to build their income, build their wealth, really build their lifestyle. And they kind of feel stuck because they really just lack the flexibility or the options that they might want. And so they know that they have all of this knowledge and insight about, again, different processes or problems within a company, a market, an industry, and they want to package that knowledge and those insights up into an app, into a no-code app specifically because it's more available. And they want to launch that as a scalable business model so that they can have the flexibility and the options. Now, another group that I see often coming into the no-code space are business owners themselves. And often these are freelancers, consultants, service-based businesses, coaches who are kind of trading their time for money as it stands currently. They work on often an hourly basis, and they also often feel very stuck because they want more scale in their businesses. But when you're trading your time for money, well, there's only so much time in the day. And so that's only scalable to a certain point. Okay. And again, these people, they have the knowledge, the insights, they know about the problems, the solutions that are needed. And so they also want to package all of that up into an application and serve their clients, their customers, their market on a one-to-many basis versus a one-to-one or often one-to-one. And ultimately, they also just want that flexibility and the ability itself to scale. Now, that's not the only type of person or the type of people who are stepping into the no-code space, but it's what I see frequently. And if either of those describes you in any way, then you're going to want to stick around to the end of this video because we're going to talk about whether or not a no-code app-based business or a no-code app that's used within your business is truly a viable, scalable model for you. Now, first, if you're new around here, my name is Kristen, and I'm the co-founder of Coaching No-Code Apps, where we help non-technical entrepreneurs build apps to either start their app-based businesses or grow their existing businesses, all without coding and with no technical background required. So if you feel like you fit into either of those groups or descriptors I just went through, then you're likely looking for a few things. Number one, flexibility, options. You want to be able to control how you build your income and your wealth. You really just want to not only control how you're making your money, how you're supporting yourself and your family, but also how you live your life. Do you have the type of lifestyle right now that you actually enjoy? That's what we often see as those kind of root drivers for coming into the no-code space, is because you really just want that flexibility and that control. And looking outside of yourself, looking outside of your own needs, you've often probably found yourself thinking that the output that you produce in your job or in your business also isn't as great as it really could be. You probably have a ton of knowledge on the problems, the processes, the solutions that are needed to help your customers, your clients, your company grow. You probably have a ton of insight around that. But you likely have thought to yourself before that all of that knowledge and insight that you have is not being leveraged properly. And that maybe the results that your clients are getting, if you have clients or customers, they're just not as good as you think they should be. And you want to elevate those. Or maybe the output within the company that you work for, it's just not as good as you think that it should be. And you want to elevate that. You truly want to create and provide better solutions to help your market and your customers. You've likely found yourself thinking that. And the reason why I say that is because we found ourselves in the exact same place. Now, there are a number of different scalable business models. Building and launching a no-code app is one of those. But when you're looking to transition into launching or having a more scalable business model, regardless of what type of business model that is, that's allowing you to scale, the drivers that are pushing you to make that transition, those are likely all the same. And the benefits that you're looking for, those are likely all the same. And so I want to sort of just give you some insight into how we made a transition, into what that did for us and for our clients and our customers, because my hope is that it will help you decide on whether this transition is right for you, or decide on when the timing is right for you. So to give you a little bit of a backstory with coaching no-code apps, previously we offered hourly coaching, and that was the primary business model, hourly coaching and consulting. And you watching this, you might be in the same place now, or you might be employed by a company where it's kind of the same, because you're clocking in and you're clocking out. You're really just offering your hours, right? And that's what we were doing. But we felt all of those things that we just talked through: the lack of flexibility, the lack of control, the feeling that we could truly provide better results, better experiences, better outcomes for our clients if only we could package our service or our product differently. If only we could offer something that was more scalable and more repeatable, that would allow us to take ourselves out of that hours for money cycle and actually put our knowledge to better use. Right? That's how we felt, and we decided to make a transition. Now, we ended up launching what's now our Built to Scale program, right? And this is where we have taken our knowledge, so training on how to build and launch no-code apps, and we've packaged that up so that it creates a repeatable path that allows non-technical entrepreneurs to learn the skills, the mindset, the process, the strategy in order to launch a no-code app. And we've added in our coaching on top of that, but not in an hourly way, which was really not serving our clients, because it was just kind of like, you raise your hand when something happens, but there's no preparation before that. There's no preparation after that. There's no process involved, right? And so we transitioned into this more scalable model, which helps us grow as a company, but ultimately, which helps us provide better results and better experiences for our clients, which was the initial driver in making this change, which is why I brought up both of those things for you. You're likely thinking of, how can a scalable business model like a no-code app help me create a more substantial business, for example? But in doing so, what's the ultimate goal here? Well, you want to be able to provide the right results for your clients and customers, but on a larger scale, and at least this is true for us, and this is a part of our vision, is if we are truly impacting the people who we directly work with and serve, well, we're going to enable them to create products and solutions that also impact the people who they serve. And those people who they serve are now going to have solutions that potentially allow them to run a better business, or to, free up their time, or make their lives more convenient, whatever it is. And so you kind of start to see this ripple effect. And again, you might be wanting the same thing in making this transition. And so what I want to tell you today is if you truly do want to step away from your current situation with your job, your business, your life, if you want the flexibility, you want the options, you want the control, you want to be able to truly take your knowledge and make an impact on your market or your industry, and potentially have a ripple effect where you make an impact further than that, beyond what you even see and touch with your own eyes and hands. If that's what you want, then transitioning over to a no-code app based business or building a no-code app to scale your existing business can help you do that. Now, this is not just a video to tell you you need to go build an app, although I truly believe you do, but of course I'm biased. Really, this video is also meant to give you a reality check, really, because while I'm telling you that yes, building a no-code app that can create a really viable, scalable business model for you that can provide you with all those benefits, that can provide your market, your customers with all those benefits. It's not easy, okay? Because often what I see is people think no code. And so they think, oh, well, no work or no effort or no time or no money. And that's just not true, because while you're not coding, you're still building a tech product. You're still building a business. You're still working with software, building software. There is still work to be done, skills to be learned. And so if you're coming into this because you want all of those benefits that we talked about, you have to get real with yourself. You have to understand that you are going to have to put in the time and the work in order to receive those benefits. It doesn't work in any other way. This is building a business. It's not easy, but it doesn't have to be complicated either. And there's a difference between the two, right? Easy is no work, no effort, no time, right? It's not easy, but it's not complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated, meaning there can be a straightforward path for you to go from point A to point B. There can be a straightforward path without a bunch of zigzagging and circles and backtracking and reworking and guessing and all of the things. Not easy. You still got to put in work to follow that straightforward path, but the straightforward path does exist. That makes it simpler. Okay, so not easy, but can be simple. Okay, but you have to make sure that you're following the right strategy, that you're thinking about things properly, that you're working smartly, as cliche as that sounds, versus just working hard. We don't want you putting in a bunch of work, sprinting in a bunch of different directions all at once, just spinning around in motion. We want you moving forward on that straightforward path and building up momentum. Now, if you want to make this switch, then that's the first thing I want to kind of get across is be real with yourself. Know that it's not going to be easy. So if you are going to make the switch, you really need to commit to it. Otherwise, your app is going to be built kind of on the back burner, and that doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve you, and it doesn't serve your eventual users. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, if you're at the point where you want to commit to making this transition, to creating a more scalable business model that benefits both your customers, your clients, your prospective users, as well as yourself, potentially your family. If you're ready to do that and you want some help, you can head to coachingnocodeapps.com/apply and schedule a free strategy call with our team. We'll help you put together a strategic roadmap for building, testing, launching your app. And then if it makes sense to help you move forward and executing on that, we'll walk through that as well. But you can head to coachingnocodeapps.com/apply. But regardless, remember, put in the work. It's not going to be easy, but it doesn't have to be complicated. All right, I hope that's helpful for you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.